And welcome back. I'm Mike with the Turntable Teachers, and class is back in session. Here for another guest speaker episode at AOA Studios. If you're an artist, podcaster, or content creator of any kind, be sure to reach out to us at aoastudios.org and book your session or service today. And again, we always love every episode we have, but this one feels a little extra special. We have somebody that I've wanted to have on the show for quite a long time. The lovely woman to my right, she is the brand new reigning Best New Artist of the BMAs. She has a debut album on Everything I Love that's out now. Volume 2 coming really soon. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And just coming off of a really dope performance at No Hype Fest. We're also going to get into a little bit of that. This is none other than Yanna G. Yanna G, welcome to the Turntable Teachers Podcast.
Thank you for having me. Beautiful space, beautiful energy.
Thank you very much.
And I'm grateful.
I love it.
I'm grateful.
I'm good. We're grateful to have you here.
Yes,
and it's cool because we, I guess, officially just met for the first time last weekend.
Yeah.
And
hype.
But we already, it was funny because we already had this on, and I wasn't really supposed to be at No Hype.
Really?
Until, yeah. So I got the email like, oh, you've been approved to take photo or whatever, like the weekend before.
Right.
And I was like, word.
I bet.
And then I was like, oh yeah, Yanna G. I was like, hope I was like, so
pop.
yeah. And I had a lot of fun taking pictures of your set. So
Thanks, man.
it was a lot of fun.
Did you enjoy it?
I very much did. I can't wait to talk to you about it.
I'm glad.
I have a lot of questions about it.
Yes, I'm ready.
Initially, though, what I want to start with, as we always do on the Turntable Teachers podcast, is we start with the objective, which is a segment where we get to know a little bit about you and your background. Okay. And what's cool about, actually, so we're about a decade apart, right? Because you're in your
21.
You're 21.
Yes.
I'm 31,
Fine.
right?
10 years.
Yeah. So I'm aging all right. I think I'm looking okay. The grays are starting to come in, but I'm looking all right.
No,
but what's
we doing it. You
doing
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But one thing we both have in common is somewhat recently we both decided to kind of hang it up basketball wise. So I played throughout high school, a little bit of college, and then I coached for almost 10 years, and then I quit because of all of this and couldn't coach anymore. And that was a tough decision for me because hoops was everything to me. As I know, and I saw a clip of you sort of talking about it on a different podcast or radio show, and sort of how difficult it was for you to stay in it when you weren't feeling it, and also, to also kind of walk away and feeling like you didn't want to let people down and all that sort of stuff. I won't, tell the whole story. You guys can check out that clip if you would like. But my question, I guess, for you is like, what was sort of that transition like from obviously putting so much of your time and effort and energy into athletics and basketball, and then sort of shifting that into the music side of things? Like, was that sort of always the plan, or did it just sort of happen that way? I'm really curious about sort of how that all sort of
Dope question.
happened.
I don't think it was really a shift. I think it was more like just a focus, like a complete focus now, because I've always been a writer since I was, I don't know how old. My father is an amazing lyricist. My godfather, an amazing lyricist. So I'm kind of like, as much as I was a basketball baby, I was a studio baby too. I'm going to Worcester, going to my godfather's house. He had a big studio in his attic. So I'm going over there, chatting on the mic, saying poems, random stuff. So that's always been a part of my life, battling with my dad in the crib. Like, it's always been a thing, just like almost equally as much as basketball has. So I don't think it was much of like, let's change the thing. I think it was more of like, okay, now I get to focus on this one particularly. Interesting.
Okay, so music and basketball were both part of your life.
Yes.
Like simultaneously in a way.
Yes.
Okay, so it was more of a shift in focus rather than a transition.
Yeah,
I like that.
It was definitely more just like what's getting my attention span.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've hoops for so long that the way I view life is kind of like basketball anyway. So music is like, I really feel like I'm hooping in a different league.
Well, being an
Like,
athlete, you're performing
like,
in a way,
it really
right?
Feels like basketball in like I feel like basketball is a literal version of the music industry. Like, if you explain basketball, you kind of get a gist of the music industry as well.
Yeah. Well, there's so much.
It's so much in common, but I feel like
100%.
basketball is just a literal stance for it.
For sure.
So yeah.
And there's always that, that phrase, athletes want to be rappers, rappers want to be athletes.
Yo, it's crazy, but it goes hand in hand. I'm not gonna lie. If you play ball, like, you can see, like, the perspective from an athlete show up in your music career if you do that transition.
Right. So I'm curious. So, like, for me, it was, I'll speak a little bit about myself for a second. Like, it was definitely a tough thing to let go of, but I was finding in the last like year or so that I was coaching, like I wasn't getting, and I was on a decent track, like from a coaching standpoint. And I was a good player too, but I wasn't gonna go like Division I or anything like that. But played a little D3, but nothing crazy. And then from a coaching perspective, like I kind of felt like I was on a track to potentially do something with it, and I knew I had some talent in it, but I started to just not love it anymore, and I felt like my energy after games and even during games wasn't matching, sort of like it wasn't feeding my soul.
You're pouring more than you're getting. Right?
That's a very good way to put it. Right. I felt like I was pouring more, into a cup and my cup wasn't being filled, so to speak. Yeah. And that was kind of why I walked away. And now I feel like I'm in this place where, everything I'm doing now, whether it be the podcast, the studio, the photo, the video, all of it, that feeds my soul. So I'm kind of curious, like, was it similar with you from like from a aura standpoint, I guess is the best way I can put it? Or?
It was more just like my energy's depleted, and basketball is it's a huge commitment. So to be committed to something that's depleting your energy at a young age is like, it was really tough for me, especially when I was a very creative person, been that since a kid, and having like the skills that I had, like, and like the offers that I had, it was tough to just be like, I don't want to do this.
Well, that's why I kind of asked, because not to cut you off, but like I know you got like a offer from like Florida Atlantic University and like a bunch of these like big time schools, like So that must have been a hard decision to make.
It wasn't. It was more of like harder to see the reactions of like my family, of everybody who's like rooting me on. I think that was more hard because I knew that I did not want to do it. It was like, if this is a lot right now for me, I'm gonna have to go 1,000 times harder when I go to college. So
of course,
I'm not even gonna waste my time or nobody else's time. It's too precious. So I just had to make that decision. I just had to say, I'm gonna call it quits in consideration of my time and everybody else's time and money.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, because I coached AAU for a long time as well, so I know that what goes into
that is what goes into that.
But I want to commend you for a minute, because being as young as you were when you made the choice, that's not an easy decision to make. And to have that sort of self but also social awareness of at that point shows a huge sort of maturity in you to see it in that way.
Appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I see it all the time, where I feel like a lot of athletes, young athletes especially, they stay in it for all of these exterior and external reasons, right? When in reality, like, if you are not, and that it can lead to a lot of different things, right? It can lead to burnout, which I'm sure sounds like you were there. It can lead to, I don't want to go down that road, but it can lead to some other like not so great things, right?
Mental health,
the pressure of it, all of it, right? So for you to sort of have the wherewithal to be like, you know what? Yeah, this isn't what's best for me, but I think if I make this decision, it actually long-term will be better for everyone else, because it's not wasting other people's time.
Exactly.
Like, to see it from both of those angles, right? But the most important part is, of course, is though what you feel internally, like, and it was very obvious that was the feeling. So
yeah, but I'm overly grateful that I played, because most of the lessons that I learned are from basketball.
Of course,
my dedication, my commitment, my discipline literally comes from basketball. If I didn't play, I'd probably be a whole different person. So
I vastly agree with that.
I commend basketball for being in my life.
Yes, me too. Shout out to basketball.
Shout out to hoops.
Shout out to hoops.
Shout out to hoops.
And for me, like, it was such a large part of my identity, right? For like, because I played since I was like 4. Man, I just was like all out there. I mean, there's a video of me. My mom still has it. I had just turned 2, and it was the Christmas. So I'm a December baby. So it was.
Wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
December's in.
December 9th. So I'm like, I think it's
I'm
like,
a Capricorn. So we kind of close.
We kind of close.
We're a
little
close.
close.
A month apart.
All right, cool. I got you.
it.
A month and a decade apart,
yeah.
but no, I'm joking.
I'll take it.
I'm aging myself. But no, there's a home video of me. My mom had bought one of those like little Tykes hoops for Christmas, or Santa bought it, sorry. And I'm 2 years old, and my mom has it at the highest setting,
Right.
and I'm hitting like 25 shots in a row, and and I am like beaming. So like she knew that like,
She's
all right,
like, oh yeah.
hoops, like this is it.
Yep.
And it was a huge part of my identity really till I was 28, 29. So I mean, I guess technically 27-ish years of my life was just like, I'm obsessed with this thing, but I am also a person that has all these other interests and all these other things. So like for me, it was one of those things where it was felt a little bit easier. I felt like I had truly exhausted my time with it. So,
And hooping could create like an identity crisis on the low.
Oh my God.
Because you like
Totally.
everything that revolves around you when you're playing basketball is just basketball. Like your friends, basketball, what you're talking about, what you're watching, basketball, everything revolves around basketball. There's no identity in there.
Right.
So I think that was like a weird stage in my life too. I didn't really find identity for like I thought I had it, but really I'm just distracted by all these people around me 25-8. So yeah, that was kind of a struggle just finding identity. But once I got out of there, it was like a breakthrough.
Love
like
it.
I could find me. It's more than just basketball.
Well, you found something, I'll tell you that much. And the music thing is working for you, no
Thank
doubt
you.
about it.
I appreciate it.
So you mentioned that your godfather and your father both were heavily involved with music, and you get that influence there. So like you were going in and out of studios at a young age. So like what type of music were you hearing at that time that influenced you, or was it a lot of what they were playing, or a lot of what they were creating at the time? Like I'm kind of curious about
Definitely
that.
a lot of conscious music in general. Just
I get that from
deliberate,
listening to you.
Very deliberate music. My father's a very intentional person, very black man for sure. So he's very intentional with everything he says, and I always like that and make sure that I'm intentional with everything that I say and do. So that was like, and my godfather as well. So that's like what their music is really about. Is definitely consciousness in all aspects of life, whether that's being a father. He talked about being a father, a husband, a man, a real man. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Very smart man, educated man. So
It's great that you had that influence in your life to bring that. For me, it's my mom, like for sure. So I can relate. Like I feel like there's always, at least as long as we have one adult figure or parent in our life that's driving a lot of that forward for us. Like, I remember when I told my mom a few years ago, or actually about a year ago now, or a little over a year, that I was going to quit my teaching job and pursue this full time. And instead of being a mother that would be like, "What are you doing? You're throwing your degree away and all that." She was like, "I love it. Go for it. Do it." Like we need that in our lives. You know what I mean? And I'm great. Like you said earlier about being grateful, like, grateful for, like I said, my mindset, but also the people that I'm surrounded that help me in that. And it seems like you have a great support system around you that believe in you, and as they should, because the talent's there, no question. And clearly the drive is there from things like basketball. I want to switch to the main lesson now, where we talk a little bit about what you got going on now. And so your debut album was last year on Everything I Love, working with a producer like Chase and Cashe. That's incredible at such a, the age you're at, and sort of like how newer you are to this. First off, my first question is, what is it like to get a cosign from a producer like that, but then past the cosign of just like being able to work with somebody like that on your projects?
I think working with anybody who's great, whether their catalog is crazy or not, is always a blessing. And working with somebody who aligns with my energy and who understands like what I hear when I listen to music, and is into creating an authentic sound just as much as I am, I think the marriage between us is like beautiful. Between his beats and my voice, it's beautiful. But to find just like literally my whole team, just being around people who understand each other and who align with each other, whether they're like crazy up here, we align, which is rare. It's not too easy to just find people who match your energy and who understand your energy.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that's
so working
important
with Chase is dope because he aligns with my energy and he understands the authenticity behind music, but my music, to be more specific.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for you.
Yeah.
Which I've heard you talk about. You talk about it in your music, right? About just being authentic, and I feel as though when I listen to an artist, it's very easy if that comes off, right? Like it can sound, I think it's for most listeners, maybe I'm just speaking from, maybe I'll only speak for myself here. For me, when I'm listening to an artist for the first time, when I'm listening, I'm like, okay, this either is who they are or this is who they're trying to be.
Yep.
And with your music, I just feel like it's who you are.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that so much because I think that's what will take you the furthest, because I think those are the moments where you get to relate to not only the other creatives you're around, but people that listen to your music, like they feel that as well. And there's like a different connection that comes along with that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then volume 2's coming soon.
Yes.
I actually just bought it this morning on Even Biz.
Yep.
Which you can do.
You can go buy the tape on Even Biz.
Which you can also do.
Yeah.
I don't have to be the only one to do it.
Go get the exclusive. Album got pushed back a little bit, so we drop in a little later, but it's worth the wait. I'm telling you, it's worth the wait. If you was at No Hype Fest and you got to saw some dances, if you've seen a couple dances, yeah, it's worth the wait.
It's very good. I listened to it this morning. I'm wildly impressed with it.
Thank you.
And I do feel like it had a lot of a similar, not similar sound, I shouldn't say that, but I could hear the progression from volume 1 to volume 2. So my first question is, what, if anything, what are the differences in not only where you are at mentally with this one versus the first, or how do you feel like you've maybe progressed or grown as an artist since that first volume?
I think definitely mentally and spiritually, I'm like in a space where I'm embracing myself, where I'm embracing the parts that I've learned about myself, which I haven't done before. Because last year was me just learning myself and kind of in a phase of, I think, learning to learn myself and learning to love myself. And now I'm in a phase where I'm embracing the learning that I found and I'm embracing the love that I found. And I'm just adding to the toolbox right now. So I think volume 2 definitely is a display of the learning to love myself and the learning to learn myself era, So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And, volume 2, I feel as though while it's elevated to a degree, there's still a lot of similar or some of the same features that were on the first one, right? We got 2 more Nay Speak songs, which the first one, that escaped the name of the first one in the track list is escaping me with her in volume 2.
In volume 2?
I can't remember off the top of my head what the name of the song is.
It might be Roll With Me.
That's it.
Yep.
That song. That was that one is my personal favorite on volume 2.
Fire.
Off of first listen. Fire. And then the one with Aunt Belle on the back end was also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So what is it about working with artists like Nay and Samba and Aunt Belle that draw them in or draw you into their music, and then also like what are some of those working relationships like?
Man, literally the last answer I gave about the producing thing is really an energy thing. Like I'm super big on energy and aligning with people whose not only their brand aligns with you, but their character aligns with you. Right? These are great people to just be around. So if we get there, the music is gonna naturally correspond to each other. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know Aunt Belle. I've met Samba many times.
Dope person. You should meet Aunt Belle.
Well, the thing about Aunt, right?
Everybody should meet
is
Aunt.
why I'm bringing this up is that I hear so many good things about him. I've never heard any person say anything negative about Aunt Belle. Not a single thing.
You should meet Aunt Belle.
People, Aunt, if you're listening to this,
I think you should
get on over here. I would love to talk to you because I've heard this man's energy is like none other.
It's amazing, yo. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're never gonna any song you catch me with anybody is because their energy is amazing and it aligns with my energy.
So great. What's your favorite song off volume 2 and why? I know it's like picking between your favorite children, but
Understand Her.
Yeah.
I like Understand Her. Because it's like a representation of where I was at right in that moment. And it was kind of just like, I'm healing and I'm learning to learn myself. I'm learning to love myself. Yes, I've healed a lot, but I still got my vices. I still got things that I'm working on. And you got to understand that.
It's beautiful.
And that's that.
It's beautiful. Very nice.
That was Understand Her. So.
Awesome. Well, people, I'm telling you, don't wait for it to drop.
go buy it.
Just go buy it.
Even
Support the artists
Easy.
directly.
Easy.
I'm excited to see. It's happening a lot more now. So you did it. A friend of mine, Lucas. Shout out to Lucas. Goes by pronounced Lucas on Instagram. Works with a lot of artists out here. He just did a similar thing on his website. Just a 2-track EP,
Hello.
$5.
Boom.
He equated it this way. He's like, if you buy my album or buy my 2-pack for $5, it's worth 2,500 streams that I can get on Spotify. And I was like, okay, purchase, done. So like, and Najee Janie's been on this show talking about Even Biz, right? Putting his music on there.
It's smarter. It's smarter.
I think it takes a bit of the power back for you artists I think in a great way too, to figure out who's your core audience.
Exactly. You can see that firsthand, which I love.
So no, I appreciate that. So, anybody else that I highly encourage doing that. So I think it's a great move.
On Everything I Love by Yanna G, y'all can go buy it. Vibes is bigger than supporting me, bruh. Support your ears. I'm telling you, it's some fire.
That's awesome. I love that. We're gonna make a slight pivot here to a segment that I like to call Pop Quiz.
Ooh, I'm scared.
That's usually the reaction we get.
Stop! Okay.
But for anyone that's a fan of Yanna G, just being introduced to us for the first time, Pop Quiz is a segment where we ask our guests rapid fire questions. Some have to do with music, some have absolutely nothing to do with music whatsoever, but they all have to do with you. So there's no way you can fail as long as you know yourself. You feel pretty intuitive to me, so I think you're going to ace this. You'll be fine.
I'm scared, y'all.
Don't be nervous. It's nothing embarrassing. It's nothing incriminating.
I'm locked in.
Most of the time. I'm only kidding. The first two I have are true or falses, and I would love for you to elaborate as much as you can on each one if you would like. True or false? You love to knit.
True.
What do you knit?
I love to knit bags, like little rugs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like whatever my ADHD tells me. It's undiagnosed though, but
I understand.
Yeah. Like whatever I feel like it.
Whatever it is. What is it? Just like another creative outlet for you? Does it help kind of almost center you?
Yeah, it's just fun. It's relaxing. I just get to be quiet and just move my hands and listen to music. Put a candle on or something. I don't know.
All right, set the mood. Yeah, set the mood.
Yeah, just vibe. Just be in my own energy and just
love that.
Oosa. Yeah.
Very cool. True or false? Golden Sands is your favorite body oil?
Ooh, true.
Yeah.
I love Golden Sand. I don't think I should have leaked that, but I leak it anyways, whatever. But yeah, Golden Sand is my go-to oil, y'all. I'm not a perfume girl. I'm an oil girl. I love oils. It lasts longer. Smells better on your skin. Yeah.
Cool.
I love it.
Cool. Is the video of you rapping as a kid the most embarrassing video on your phone, or is there another contender?
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of stuff in this phone. ADHD gets real.
So I've heard.
Yeah. There's just a lot of stuff in here. So me rapping as a kid is definitely not the most embarrassing thing in here.
No?
No.
Okay. I was told it might be. So what would be the most embarrassing video if you were to describe
Probably
it?
all the vlogs that like I messed up and just have to retake.
We just were talking about this.
I'm like, hey guys, it's Yanna. And then think for about 5 minutes of what I'm going to say. And then don't post it.
Those drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I hate them. You guys probably didn't see it or whatever. Maybe I'll put it as a blooper at the end. But I totally messed up the intro. And
sometimes I have like diaries though.
Okay.
Like video diaries in my phone.
Huh.
Like if I'm stressed, I'll just record and I'll just chat. Like it's FaceTime.
Cool. I like that.
And sometimes it gets crazy.
It's like a good way for you to get something off your chest, maybe.
You know, I just gotta say some stuff.
If you can't wait for the studio.
Yeah.
What's the best book you've read lately? I heard you're a reader.
Oh my gosh. Why am I forgetting right now? It's Amanda Sales.
Oh,
I think it's The Small Doses.
Okay.
I think it's called The Small Doses. But it's just about like little tips for women. Just big tips for women. And it's just like kind of like a woman empowerment book. And it's it's like her experience, Amanda Sales' experience with life and just being a woman, also a Black woman.
Right.
Also a outspoken woman. So yeah, it's just a lot of tips, a lot of experiences. And I really think that book is fire. So check out Amanda Sales, y'all. She's fire. Yeah.
Very awesome. Very cool. Tell me about a time where you were too honest and it got you in trouble. I've heard you're sometimes honest to a fault.
I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know, y'all. Sometimes there's not much thought before I speak all the time because I'm never going to say anything or I don't think too much things that are like bad or crazy things. But if it's like gotta get off, it gotta get off. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I do just be chatting sometimes.
I prefer that over,
Like if you got like a boogie, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'm
How am
not
I doing?
gonna
Am I
look
good?
at
Any
you.
bats in the cave?
No, you're good.
All right,
You're
thank you so
great.
much.
You're
Appreciate
great.
it.
You're great.
Yeah. No, I think that's very it's very a good thing. I almost would prefer that, right? We don't need
Good.
yes men and yes women out here.
You can't.
I'm
sorry.
Let's just be honest, right?
I can't.
I love it. Most memorable game or moment at either Cathedral or with the Boston Showstoppers.
Oh my gosh, y'all. So one time, I don't know who I was feeling like, but we was playing. I don't know who we was playing. I forgot. But we're at the U. I don't know if you know what the U is.
I do actually know exactly
Starland?
where
yes.
In Hanover, I know.
Yes. So
Yanna,
I'm hooping.
I coached.
Come
I know
on,
where all these places are.
So I'm hooping. I'm feeling like Curry, and I'm at the red line, like right in between 3-point and half court. I jack it. It's beginning the game. We're probably down. I don't even know. But I jack it, airballed, got subbed out, got cussed out after the game. I don't know who I was feeling like, but I would never forget that because that was just crazy.
I kind of love that you picked a more embarrassing
Because I was
low
just
moment
like, why
than
would you do that? Like, because after I did it, I was like, why did you just do that? But I was like, fuck it.
I was a 3-point shooter. I have many moments like that where.
See, I was a elbow shooter. I'm an elbow girl and a floater girl. That was my thing. That was my niche. So why are we jacking from half court right now? I don't know. I couldn't make it make sense. It's crazy.
Off of that, my last question to pop quiz: who's a player, WNBA or NBA or both, that you feel like your game most is like or your game most resembled when you played, or that you tried to resemble your game after?
Ooh, I don't know. You know, a flaw that I had, I didn't watch basketball like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I hooped a lot, but I wasn't I didn't really want to watch it. I would go and watch like interior design shows when I got home from practice at like 11 or 12. Like, I was interested in other things. But I was just good at basketball and I played.
Nothing wrong with
that.
that.
And I love the sport.
Nothing
I'd prefer watching in person than watching on TV. I wasn't interested.
I've shied away from watching as well, on TV as much over the years, for sure.
I don't know.
So interior design shows, interesting. Let's pivot a little bit. What type of interior design shows are you watching? What really?
What's them shows, man?
Like the HD,
it was like
HGTV
couples
stuff?
who used to like flip houses and stuff, like Flip or Flop, or like what's those brothers?
I wouldn't know. That's why I'm asking.
Y'all know. If y'all watch interior design show, there's two brothers who would like go and flip homes. I think I don't know, but they were fire. What else? There's actually this show I watched recently. It's called How to Build a Sex Room, but it's not what you think. I promise it's not what you think. It's like it can be like a spa room. It can be like crazy rooms, like a basement with a bar, or like a stripper pole, or like something crazy. But it was really cool. They built like real crazy cool rooms. It's not what you think. I promise. It's not.
Listen,
what y'all think.
hey, I'm not.
But
we don't judge on Turntable.
Y'all should watch it.
We don't judge it.
Y'all should really watch those shows. It's cool.
All right. Well, that was pop quiz with Yanna G. I think you passed. I didn't. We didn't get it. Yeah, we didn't get a moment where she was too honest. But I think we'll get a nice A.
Yeah.
A- maybe if we take that question out. But yeah. I'm feeling generous today.
Okay, good.
Just messing with you.
Okay.
So kind of back to sort of what's been going on lately with you. As we mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show, we met initially at No Hype Fest where we're recording this last weekend. Yeah. And so watching your set, and this is like one of the things that I appreciate about you that I think more, I don't want to just box in rappers or hip hop artists, but I think there's a way in which to create if you don't have like a band or live instrumentation or whatever, I think there's always creative ways to make your set a little more, not you specifically, just any artist, a little bit more interesting or interact. Like you said, interactive is a great word. With yours, I loved the component of the background dancers and sort of that being such a staple in your set. So, and I know that like you are a dance teacher, or you were a dance teacher at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
So I'm really curious of how, if at all, that endeavor or that job, maybe I don't want to belittle it and call it a job, but like that role, we'll say, how that role, how has it maybe influenced or impacted your own sets, if any, if at all, like or is that not something that really?
Well, before I was a hooper, I was a gymnast and a dancer, so like that's also is a big part of my identity. My big sister, she carried on with the dance like throughout high school. She did majorette, fire, super fire dancer. It's actually where I met my dancers, is the team that she danced for. They became like a big family. They would be at my house chilling. So that was a connection made. But I danced with a group called IYP when I was younger, and that was the spark of it. But I had to stop playing because I started basketball, and it interfered with that. So it's kind of that's kind of like an influence of like, I got to bring me back. You know, like I had me, and then I played basketball, and then I lost my identity, and now we're bringing me back. We're getting the studio back. We're getting music. We're getting dance. We're getting just everything creative.
I love it. And yeah, so like off of that, like what is that like when you are sort of preparing for these types of, is this something where, you know, this is a choreographed, it looked pretty choreographed to me. So like, how does that all sort of work?
So I choreograph the dance. Like I'm chilling in my house and I'm like, okay, what do I want to do for this one? Okay. Choreograph a dance. But the way I'm going about it for the rest of 2025, which I've started with my name, is I choreograph like a video version first. Like we've done the My Name video version, and then gonna have a couple songs off the album soon that's gonna have a video version, really even better than the first one. But do a video version dance and then bring them on stage after.
Sweet.
So yeah,
that's really cool. No, it was a really, like I said, I'm not hating or like dissing anybody that just gets up there and either raps or sings their set or whatever. But again, like that's why I've always loved when, you know, one of the first hip hop artists that I would say that I saw live do this was Smino, where he had.
Yo, that's my favorite. That's my top 2, not 2.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm big.
Smino's like my top.
He's
1-2 artist. Ombre Smino.
That kind of makes sense because the way you say that, because I feel like you do so many different things with your voice, or you can, and he's very similar. Like I've heard him talk, but your voice sounds like when you talk and I hear you on a mic, I'm like, really? All right, I hear it. Okay. You know, not that it's the same, but like I hear where there's similarities. I hear him talk, I hear him on a mic, and I'm like, is this the same person? I'm like, this is crazy.
I love that man.
But I saw him, oh my God, this would have been, it's got to be almost 5 years ago now. It's been a while.
I've actually met him this year, and I've locked in with him.
No shit.
That's gang. Like,
I love that.
But
that's exciting.
Some comedy.
But he had a live band behind him. One of the
I went to his
first
show, and yo, his show set was fire. It's like
incredible.
The whole house, the band's like in the window, but in the house, like
yo,
it's crazy. Wow. I love it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's stuff like that,
it's fun.
right? Like,
just do fun, creative stuff. That's my favorite part about being a creative. Not every musician is a creative, and when you find creatives that are musicians, that's where my heart gravitates to. All my favorite artists are creatives.
I like that.
They're not just singers or just rappers. They're creatives.
Right. And again, that's why I was so, again, I always had been a fan of what you were doing beforehand, but then when I see you live doing something like that, I'm like, okay, this is like building something more for me as a consumer that, you know, I maybe wouldn't have gotten just by listening to your music. So, and that's why I think like you're saying that being creative can be so many different facets of it, and especially the live performance piece is a huge part of it. So I think something like that will take you far, and I'm just grateful for you that you're able to sort of see it, and it just feels so clear for you to be able to sync these things together and make them sort of work and use your skill sets.
I'm good with balance. I'm good with harmony. Yeah.
She's like writing a song right now over here. She's really just bars over here. It's been crazy.
Yeah, she ain't good with that. Not really. I can't.
Real quick, I don't want to harp on it too much but it's an accolade, so we might as well. As I mentioned, you were Best New Artist at BMAs last year. What does, obviously it feels good, but if you can elaborate a little bit, or must feel good, but what does that kind of recognition this early on in your career feel like for you? And is it something you think about, or something you don't think about as much and that doesn't really matter? Or
I
to you,
don't think about it like that.
No.
But it's dope. You know, acknowledgement is always a dope thing to feel, a dope thing to experience. But yeah, I think when you focus more on what makes you happy rather than what you're getting from what makes you happy, it's more filling, you know?
I had this conversation with the last guest I just had on, Mako, where we talked about stripping away expectations from things.
Yo,
even something as
I say it all the time.
As if I got this photo, right, for example, for me, that I think's really dope, and I post it and it gets 15 likes, and I'm like, damn, I think that should have got 100 or whatever. But then I looked at it from this new perspective that I listened to. It's like they keep saying like, oh, if you get stuck in the 200 view jail on TikTok or Instagram, and somebody that I was watching, they're like, well, think about it from this perspective. If 200 people, you were let's say you were in an auditorium, right, and 200 people viewed the thing that you were presenting, like that would be a good day,
right?
Or like for me, if like I was holding a picture of one of my photos walking down Newbury Street, and 15 people stopped what they were doing and said, hey, that picture's dope, really? That would make my day. Facts. So it's all about sort of like the perspective and the perception, right? So yeah, stripping away the expectation.
Yes, I say it all the time. Expectation leads to disappointment. That's the quickest way you can have disappointment. Truly, I don't have no expectation for nothing. I just do my best at everything I do. And that's all I can do. And what comes with that, comes with that. And a lot of people like kind of look at me crazy because I don't have like right, I have goals, but I don't have like a final spot where I'm like, okay, this is where I need to be by this time is where I don't have that. That's God's plan. That's not my plan. So I just try my best at what I know I love. And I pray and I ask for realignment of where I need to be realigned or direction. And I just keep on going with my life. And where I'll be is exactly where I need to be.
I think that's incredibly well said. That. I think we'd all be a little bit happier and a little bit more relaxed with that mentality. And it's not an easy thing. And like, I'm sure you stray from it from time to time, as, you know, I mean, I'm trying to adopt that as well in my life. And I feel like I've been getting a lot better at it. And I still find myself, you know, I got to catch myself. I'm like, you know what? No.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
I love that quote. It's one of my favorite quotes.
Literally.
It's one of my favorite quotes.
You can't compare yourself to nothing.
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 Oh, I love it. One of my last questions, and the last before we get to our final segment, which is a little bit more of a brief one. Words speak life.
Words speak life.
I'm really enamored by. So I was an English teacher, right? And so I love poetry, any type of literature, right? Like that was one of the basketball and books, really my first two true loves as a kid, and it's definitely influenced my adult life in a lot of ways. Right. And I just love how you're using that platform in such a way. So I'm really curious of what sort of sparked that and what the sort of connection is between yourself as an artist and as a person, but also with a platform like Words Speak Life.
Words Speak Life. Words Speak Life was created when I was being created. So we're creating together. We're building who we are together. That's the rarity in the whole situation, and like the blessing in this situation is I'm big on words, and words speak life. So it makes sense, you know? But also I knew Ikenna before he even thought of a Word Speak Life, a 617 Peak, any of that. Like, my dad coached him for basketball. So I knew who he was. I knew his face since a little tiny girl. And then my homegirl, Nay, was working with 617 Peak. She was at the studios, told me to come to the studio session with Peak. And we did Everything is Beautiful, which was my first ever song. And from there, I'm like, what's Peak? And then I got into Peak with Ikenna, and then from there he's like y'all two, like, what we gonna do? Like, I needed help, how we finna help? So we created Words Speak Life.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Literally.
And he has that basketball background as well.
Exactly.
So you have that.
Everything
have that
aligns.
It aligns, yeah.
Everything aligns. I told you I'm not good with balance. I can't split my life up to things that don't make sense or to things that don't go together. I gotta have harmony. I have to.
Well, it's working for you, so I wouldn't shy away from it.
Yes.
Yanna G, this has been really. I'm grateful for the sit down, be able to get to know you a little bit better.
For you having me, for sure.
Of course, this has been a beautiful episode, and I have enjoyed every second of it. And I think you are truly a rising star in more ways than one. And I don't mean that just like, oh, you're going to be a big Massachusetts star. I genuinely feel like you have a path. Whatever the timing is, you have a path to be a household name in a sense. So I really feel that way about you and your aura. I think you have a good head on your shoulders with all of this. Even just like I said in my research of you for this episode, like seeing clips like that, I'll kind of come full circle a little bit back to that clip of you talking about quitting basketball, like. That showed, I was like, wow, this girl really gets it. Or not even gets it, but just like understands herself. Yeah. And that is such a beautiful thing. And sometimes it can be a rare thing, especially at someone your age. Like it's not always, doesn't always come easy. So take that. You're going to be your superpower, I think, long term.
I appreciate that.
And I tell you that off air and on air. Of course.
Appreciate you.
We're very welcome. Well, I can't let you go quite yet. I got one last question for you. This is one of my favorite segments of the show, and usually actually favorite for the artist. This is called the Dream Song Scenario. So you get a song, all right? It's a Yanna G song, and you can have any artists or producers on this, dead or alive. Well, I'll structure it for you. You get 1 to 2 producers, and you get up to 3 guest features. You don't have to use all 3 guest features, but you get up to 3. That's like the max. So who would be on, other than Smino, who would be on Yanna G's Dream Song?
Chase and Cashe, of course.
All right.
Producer.
Done.
We're going to go producers first.
Okay.
Maybach.
Okay.
There's a kid named Asar in Boston, Mass. He's 14 years old. He's an amazing artist as well as an amazing producer. So I'm throwing Asar up in there. Asar is fire. You're going to hear that name very soon, promise you. But I'm definitely throwing Asar in there for feature and producer. Songs for a feature, Smino, Black Odyssey.
Ooh, I like that one.
And Ombre.
Yeah, you're a big Ombre fan, right?
I love Ombre.
Quinn, is that how you pronounce it? KWN?
K1.
K1, sorry.
That's my girl. I love K1.
I just found out about.
Can we add?
Sure, yeah. All right. I usually have very strict rules about this, but I guess for Yanna G, we'll allow it.
Slide.
Well, that sounds like an ensemble of a
vibes
of a smash hit. I think that would be a chart topper for sure. And I love that you're reaching down and bringing somebody up in the community. That's really, really fire.
Up in my eyes. That kid.
This girl, you got it, Yanna G.
He's exactly where he need to be, and he's going to where he need to go. That boy is good. He's a goat.
You got it, Yanna G. I'm very. You're somebody I'm gonna really be looking at over the next couple of years. Like I already have been. You've already been on my radar, but you got what it takes, girl. You got what it takes. Yanna G, everybody. If this didn't sell you enough that you have to go buy that album,
go buy
linked
in
the description, you got to do it. It's fantastic. You will love it.
Go buy that
Yep.
album.
Buy it for your ears,
for your ears, for your soul, for your vibes.
As Yanna G says.
It's vibey.
Listen, all that's left to do is just plug away, let people know where they can find you. Anyone else you want to shout out, now would be the time. And I'll kind of give you the floor.
My name is Yanna. Some people call me Yanna G. You can find me at The Real Yanna G on all social medias. You can find my music on all platforms. Search up Yanna G, and it's there for you. Learn in my name dance, because I need you on stage. And
A little hint.
I like that.
I love that. And if you're a fan of Yanna G, just being introduced to us for the first time.
I'm a fan of you.
Thank you very much. You can find that on Turntable. You find us at Turntable Teachers on Instagram, TikTok. Hit up our website, turntableteachers.com, for all the latest. All linked in the description. And of course, if you're an artist, podcaster, or content creator of any kind, be sure to reach out to us at aoastudios.org and book your session or service today. Located up on the North Shore of Massachusetts. So especially if you are in that area, we would love to have you down here.
Hit them up. Fire space, yo.
Appreciate that, Yanna. Once again, Yanna, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for
This is
having
beautiful.
me.
And yeah, can't wait to continue watching the journey and can't wait to have you back. And yeah, you got
Thank
me.
you, man.
I'm in your corner. You got me.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me come up here.
You're very welcome.
Hopefully I could be back soon.
Oh, of course.
Fire vibes.
I
I love the energy here.
appreciate that. Well, for now, as always, I'm Mike. That's Yanna G with the Turntable Teachers, and class is officially dismissed.